Alright everybody, welcome to Minecraft Feed the Beast Unleashed. This is my first attempt at a video that's actually meant to be consumed by the general public. I'm going to delete some of these just because I've been messing around in preparation for this. And we're going to create a new world. And of course we're going to name this New Gerenitis. The reason it's New Gerenitis is because I have had previous experience playing on Feed the Beast Ultimate, and now I am trying Unleashed. I know there's a bunch of different things that have changed, and I know something about some of them, but not all that much about all of them. So we're going to leave the cheats off. We're going to put the bonus chest on, because let's face it, when you first start out, you need all the help you can get. And, well, it actually just helps with your overall speed of getting up to speed, I guess is the way to put it. Anyway, we're just going to leave the seed for the world blank because I just want to be surprised and we'll see what we come up with. So we're going to create a new world and we're going to let it generate for a minute. I just hope I don't spawn in a jungle. I hate starting in jungles. I've started in way too many trees. Well, on ice. At least I'm not in the water. Last world I created, I was in water when I spawned. Wasn't paying attention, almost drowned. Isn't that nice? Alrighty, well, we're going to take this force mitt. My understanding is the force mitt's going to be very useful. And we're going to use it to bust the chest, because we're going to take it too. And we started out in ice on an island with water all around. And wow, you want to talk about an unlucky spawn point. Okay, well, this is gonna... Ow. This is going to be interesting. Do we even have any trees? No, we don't even have any trees. This has got to be the worst possible spawn point I could have hoped for my first video meant for general consumption. Oh dear Lord, what will I do? Okay, well, let's let the world generate a little bit. Maybe we'll actually see some more land. I hope that's not just another island. We're gonna go take a look. I had to say something about not spawning in a jungle, so it said, fine, we'll spawn you with no wood whatsoever. Because anybody who's ever played Minecraft before, and I'm gonna assume that if you're watching a Feed the Beast video that you've played Minecraft before. But anybody who knows Minecraft knows that the first thing you have to do is go punch trees. So, you know, spawning on an island with absolutely no trees is pretty much the worst possible thing that can happen. Although it makes me very glad I got the bonus chest. Alright, well, we have some trees here, so that's a good thing. And, my understanding is these force mitts pretty much do pretty quick work of the tree. Yeah, that's pretty quick work of the trees. Okay. Reason number 2 to have the bonus chest, and I think it's self-explanatory at this point. Okay, well, looks like we got another small island. We've got some gravel ore. I believe this is part of the Tinkerer's Construct mod, and I'm guessing that the force mitt's not going to do the job I want it to do. So, wow, look at that. The force mitt looks horrible rendering on your avatar in the crafting menu. That's kind of funny. Oh, of course, first thing we need to do, because this stupid thing likes to let you cheat, and we don't want to cheat. Even though you left the cheats off, it gives you the option to just have everything created. So we're going to leave it back in recipe mode, because I don't want to give myself anything, because, well, let's face it, that would be cheating. So, of course, the first thing we got to do is get a crafting station, because you can't do anything without a crafting station, right? And do I even want to start with a crafting station here? Yeah, I kind of do. If only so that I don't miss this gravel, which I don't want to take a chance of leaving behind, just because everyone knows in the beginning of the game, everything is good to have. And we're not going to do that either. Wonderful. Just when you think you got it all together, the world says no. So I'm guessing that whatever that ore is, and I'm not sure what it is right from looking at it because I don't have enough experience with this mod to know, that you have to have at least, we'll just guess an iron shovel to get it. And I'm jumping around like a lunatic, gonna make myself starve to death. In a snow biome where there's not much grass to get seeds. Wow, this is gonna be fun. As I said previously, I actually have quite a bit of experience when it comes to the Feed the Beast version, the ultimate version of Feed the Beast. So I have a generally good idea of what I'm starting out with, but I gotta say I've never had a spawn point in the middle of a giant icy field, so wasn't really prepared for that, but we're gonna make the best of it. I mean, what else can you do? So we're gonna gather as much of this wood and saplings as we can, and we'll probably set off to parts unknown. Of course, if this land continues to go out this direction like it seems to, ooh, apple, I won't starve, then we might just hang out here for a little bit. In my experience with Minecraft, wherever you start out, you get a general base going just to, get yourself settled, to figure things out, and then you find a more ideal place to live, build a better base. I mean, I don't think I've ever played an entire game through. Well, actually, that's not true. First time I played Minecraft, the vanilla version, I built a base and I stayed with that base until I stopped playing it. But everyone knows that, well, maybe not everyone, but I know that when you start out with a base, a lot of the times you're going to modify the base and you'll find new things that you can add to the base. And a lot of the times the base you built originally just will not support that kind of structure anymore. I'm going to kill these sheep because I don't have iron to make shears and I need their wool for a bed. So, and now hopefully, okay, good. I have the brightness turned up, so I'm hoping that this will render well, and when I load the video up, you'll be able to see it. Wow, that axe went through really fast. And yes, I realize I could have made myself a wooden sword, but I just didn't think of it. So I think the forest mitts are actually a really good thing to start out with. I think they're very useful. I love what they do to the trees. It's like in Ultimate there was an item called the sickle, or the scythe. I think it was sickle. Anyway, it did this, but even it took longer than this, so I mean, this is rather impressive to say the least. I'm guessing that, yeah, this will just take a second, and we're going to build a wooden sword. And actually, while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and get a pickaxe so we can get some stone. And we're going to kill some more sheep because I want to make a bed. Everyone knows that the first night, if you aren't sealing yourself up inside the first night of Minecraft, that you would prefer to have a bed to sleep in, so that one, you can skip through the night and therefore don't have to deal with the nighttime monsters and problems of that nature, and two, to set your spawn point. That way, if after you sleep through the night you go walk into a creeper hanging outside and, well, die anyway. So if you've walked any decent amount of space between your initial spawn point and where you've set up after your initial spawn point, well, then obviously you're going to want to not have to make that walk again. So setting your spawn point's important. But again, I would think that, most of the people who are going to be watching this, which is probably all of, 4 people, my friends included. Okay, maybe 5 if I include all my friends. That people will know that. Oh crap, forgot to eat my apple. Alrighty, we are 3 apples down, still hungry as hell, and have no sign of any kind of food other than the 11 lamb chops that I have here. So, given that time has elapsed in the day, I'm going to Grab some berries, take these berry bushes. And do I have enough wool now? I have plenty of wool. Okay, I'll leave these guys to live their poor, simple lives. And I'm going to... What in the world kind of berries are these? Mallow berries. Sounds like a Pokemon. But mayhaps I'm just thinking of Pokemon. So, of course, now that we have a wooden axe, we can, or wooden pickaxe to be more specific, we can go and get ourselves some cobblestone so that we can make ourselves a cobblestone pickaxe, or a stone pickaxe as they just say here. The other thing we're going to need is this coal because we want to be able to cook our lamb chops so we don't get, you know, food poisoning from eating raw lamb. And yes, if anybody watches this, I understand that I'm probably not doing the best job, but again, this is my first video that was meant for public consumption, and I'm sure that if I continue to make the videos, which I think I will, but if I do, I'll probably improve over time. Most people do improve over time. Very few people are born naturals, so... Okay. So my understanding is there's going to be quite a few different things in this version of Minecraft as opposed to the ultimate version that I'm used to playing. So I believe I'll have to get used to a couple things, and of course I won't be very knowledgeable about stuff because I really don't know that much about it. I would say I have a rudimentary knowledge, but not far from expertise. And what in the... Okay. I didn't know that Enderman came in mini varieties. Well, I'm definitely not in a place where I want to try to take on Enderman. Actually, I should probably... If I had a brain, I would have thought about this already, so they could be growing, and it's getting to be dark. Okay. So, we're going to plant these bushes so that they can start to grow, and that will be a beginning source of food. And then, oh, we got plenty of wood. We're going to place our crafting station. Where is it? There it is. We're going to place the crafting station. And you don't need the crafting station to make torches, but I'm going to use it because I placed it and I want to feel good about having placed it somewhere. And we're going to light up this area. And this little hole in the wall is now home? I don't know if I want to call it home. That seems a bit too formal for what this is. But that should keep me at least safe for the moment. So, we're not going to need... Well, we're probably going to need half the logs. We're going to use them for stuff. But for now, we're just going to close up the little hole in the wall so that stuff doesn't come in and, you know, eat my face. Because if anybody's had their face eaten, they know it's not pleasant. And if anybody's played Minecraft, well, they know that there are many things out there that, well, quite frankly, want to eat your face. Alrighty. Alright, that should keep the riffraff out. Especially the explodey kind. I have a very bad habit of running into creepers at the absolute most inappropriate times. Say, you know, you turn around right when you hear that hissing noise and, well, too late, buddy. Too late. So, I guess this will be where we start for the moment. I should probably... This looks like a good enough spot. We're gonna block some of this off. And hopefully not have any troubles from the natives. really stupid. Because normally Enderman... Well, I guess this isn't going to be that bad. Normally... Oh, God. Remember that part where I said you want to build a bed so you have a bed? So if you die, you have somewhere to respawn so you don't have to make that big walk again? Yeah, that was all talk. And then I didn't do it. Because everybody knows I'm a genius. And now there's one dead Enderman and one really ticked off live Enderman. And my sword's broke, my crafting station's over there. Yeah. Got nothing set up, and the first thing I'm going to do is look at a little Enderman, a little Enderman that I've never even seen before, who apparently if you kill the little Enderman, he calls for his buddies. Or I would guess, since there was two of them, and I just killed a baby Enderman, that his parents came over and said, you little so-and-so, we're going to kill you now. So wonderful. At least my health is regenerating, there's that. By the way, currently have no way to edit video, so all of the things that I'm doing will be uncut. I'm going to try to do 30-minute episodes, that seems to be the norm, and in theory I'll upload them as fast as I play. I enjoy Minecraft, so I play it frequently, so I should have videos fairly frequently. Of course, that all depends on how much time I have, how fast my upload speeds can be. I hear that's a bit of an issue at certain times. I also don't have a mute button, so when I cough or sneeze, you're gonna hear it. I hope no one minds. Again, first video for mass consumption. Well, not mass consumption, because, well, let's face it, it's not going to be mass. But, first video meant for general consumption, so I would say I promise it'll get better, but I don't really know that. I think it'll get better, but I don't know, so we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm going to stop chit-chatting for as much now and try to concentrate a little bit more on not getting myself killed in the first 5 minutes of the game. Although, yes, it is technically more than 10 minutes because I believe it's a 10-minute day-night cycle. So it's 10 minutes of day, 10 minutes of night, 10 minutes of day, 10 minutes of night, and so on. So the fact that I made it to the first night means I've actually done not too bad. Currently trying to finish off this pickaxe because now that I have cobblestone, I don't need it. Alright. I also don't know how much you guys, as an audience, can hear of the sound effects in the background. I'll find out about that when I upload this video and watch it myself the first time. And wow, I just made way too many sticks. But that's okay. It's not like we're not going to use them. Okay, what else am I going to need? What else am I going to need? We're going to make a shovel. And I'm guessing, what is that? Stone rod. What the heck is a stone rod for? Okay, well, I have no idea what that's for, but we're going to make a stone sword, because I already broke my other one. And then we're going to have exactly 1 too few to make a furnace. Alright, now that we have 8 cobblestone, we'll make a furnace. By the way, I'm going to assume that certain crafting recipes are a known thing, and I'm going to assume that people know how to do certain things. As I get further in, away from vanilla recipes, then I will hopefully remember, I'll try anyway, to let people know what some of the crafting recipes are going to be. Okay, well that's doing that. I'm going to make the aforementioned but unfortunately never actually done anything with. Bed. That would have been so useful to have made before I looked at an Enderman. The question is, will it let me sleep since I have a currently ticked off Enderman apparently hunting at me? Well, apparently it will. I still hear him yelling at me, so it probably shouldn't have let me sleep, but, well, it did, and I'm not going to argue. Holy snot. Deduct some time off of my life. He has one hit left, really? Well, now you've got nothing. And what was that? A spoils bag. Okay, I've never seen one of these before. Spoils bag. Oh, cool, look at that. It's actually just got stuff in it. Oh, look, another wooden pickaxe. And I worked so hard to break my last one. Although I was just fixing to make a stone axe, so that's kind of nice. And, well, it might be a fun little sack to keep things in. That'd be a fun that... It's gone. Okay. Note to self, can't keep that for any extended period of time. Next time I see one of those, I'm going to have to check and see if I can put stuff back in it or only take stuff out of it. And what causes it to disappear. I'm assuming that when you empty it, it disappears. And if that's the case, I can always leave one item in it and just use it like an ender pouch. For those of you who don't know, ender pouches are just like ender chests, only you actually just carry them around, and there are basically portable ender chests. I'm gonna guess this is the new texture for amber, and I'm also gonna guess that you can't mine it with a stone pickaxe. I think that's a safe assumption. Alrighty, we got coal, and then behind the coal, I'm assuming that the textures didn't, well, the textures are usually the same, but the colors. I'm going to assume that the colors did not change from Ultimate to Unleashed, and therefore, if that's the case, then this should be copper. And copper, of course, is used for many wonderful things. And it is copper ore, okay. Well, obviously one of the first things we want to do is get ourselves set up to where we can process ores and start to fill our coffers, as they say. We want to, wow, this coal just keeps on going, which I'm not going to argue with. I'm actually going to need quite a bit of coal, but at a certain point, I am going to use a automated mining setup to that first off is using coal to function. And second off, we'll actually use coal to function and provide, in theory anyway, more coal than it uses. Along with everything else that it does provide. So, that being the case, wow, that actually was a lot more than I anticipated. And there's still more. Okay, at least this is still inside my little cordoned off safe zone. Well, I gotta say, I've had a harder time finding coal at the beginning of things, so this is actually kind of a relief. And there goes the shovel. Okay, now... Okay, this is all still inside my little cordoned off area. So what I'll probably do is use this area right here as my beginning base of operations, and as I progress, I will, you know, when I have, you know, basic things like, you know, armor, you know, a decent sword, I will probably move my base to a much more honestly sensible area, because this area, even in this area itself, doesn't even make sense to have a base here. But well, let's face it, you make lemonade out of lemons, right? Alright, well, I'm not going to bother worrying about that floor for the moment. I'm going to assume that those little veiny looking blue things are going to wind up being shards. They're going to be... and I can't think of their name right now. By the way, if you watch any of my videos over time, you realize that I have a horrible memory, especially for certain names. And okay, there's a spider. They will be Thaumcraft shards, and that spider has 16 hit points. And he's down in a ditch, and you know, I don't need those shards that much. I just don't. That being the case, I always like to use dirt or gravel to... why didn't that work? Okay. I like to use dirt or gravel to block off before I actually have doors, because they're easier to move. Even with a bare fist, it just takes a second to get rid of dirt. Okay. Alright. They also did not have lamb in Feed the Beast Ultimate. It's cooked lamb chop. Apparently you can't eat it before you actually are feeling hungry, so that's something. Oh look, see, I did get a water shard. Awesome. Alright, so... stuff that I know I'm going to have absolutely no use for yet. It's going to get thrown in here for now. We have a book, Materials and You by Skyla. Okay, I'm going to hold on to this. I believe that this is going to have bearing on the Tinkerer's Construct mod. Okay, Greywall. I was like, what the heck is that? A bronze sword. Now, I know I can melt this down and get bronze ingots out of it. Or I could in Feed the Beast Ultimate. I'm not so sure about here. Actually, no, I think... let's test this theory. The theory is that you can burn the wooden pickaxe and that you can melt the bronze sword. And, okay, well, one doesn't prove true. I wonder which one it is. Okay, well, you can't melt the bronze sword. So, well, I guess now I've got a bronze sword instead of a stone sword. I'll use it to kill stuff. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Alrighty, so... we are roughly probably a little more than 22 minutes in. I have a little counter that I have sitting on the side ground here, and I'm supposed to start it when I start recording, so I know how long I've been recording. And of course, first episode, what did I do? Didn't start it. My genius knows no bounds. I also don't know if y'all can hear that in the background. That would be my wife's cat. I say my wife's cat because I don't really like cats, but I tolerate them. And every now and then they're okay. And no, you can't be part of my game. And no, that really doesn't work. Let's try this. Hopefully soon enough I will be able to get some glass so that I can actually see the creeper standing outside my door before he blows me up. And that also doesn't work. That, however, does work. Alright. It ain't much, but it's home. Alrighty, so next thing we're gonna do is build a whole bunch of chests. Because let's face it, you always wind up with a whole bunch of stuff. And what in the world? Solid oak wood door? Well, that's interesting. I've never had a solid door before. Don't know what the purpose of that is. But 7 more chests should round things out easily. And let's see, we're gonna do chests in tiers. Oh, hooray, no creeper to blow my face off. Always nice to not have your face blown off by creepers when you chop open a wall like that. Alrighty, so well, I'm showing 25 minutes on the timer, and I started it a little bit after official time, so I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff in this chest right here. And, well, I'm going to make a couple more torches. Again, don't need the stupid crafting table to make torches, but what can I say? I'm a little nervous. Again, it's my first time with a video for general consumption. So, that's going to be it for now. I don't know how long this is going to take to upload, but I'm going to assume it's going to take a while. So I'm going to, for the moment, store everything here. And we will call this an episode. And if anyone watches this, other than my friends and family, I will be quite happy. I'll continue to make episodes. Hopefully someone will watch it and say, hey, this guy's good, or hey, this guy's a complete moron, but he's fun to laugh at. And people will start watching my stuff. Until we meet again, if we meet again, thanks for watching, and y'all have a nice day.